Hello, welcome to the Daily Political Tarot Readings here on the Black and Orange channel. Thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate it. Just right up front, we're going to, on kind of a little more limited space today, I'll make it work. I cannot find the original of this overlay, which I love, but it's sitting too far in. But I can't find the original, and so I'm just going to make it work because I wanted something brighter today. I wanted something a little more uplifting. It's going to be really hot. It's going to be a really hard day on a lot of people, so I wanted something a little cheery. So anyway, I am here at 12 o'clock or soon after 12 o'clock as I can get here. Today I was a little late because I was watching Lori over at The Way of Positive Change, who comes on sometimes an hour before I start. Please follow Lori at The Way of Positive Change. She is the sweetest person. She is just the sweetest person, and she's wonderful. So hopefully she's going to be coming on here soon. So anyway, I have grabbed a bunch of your questions already. That's also what took me a minute to get started. I wanted to make sure just when I'm done here, I do go down to the description box. I type in all the questions from today, and I timestamp. So you can skip the part at the beginning if you're watching this on replay, because I really enjoy talking to you guys in the chat and getting your thoughts and our discussions and what have you. But then we get to the readings. So here we go. Oh, thank you, Lucky Girl, for the link to Way of Positive Change. And oh, thank you, Kathy. Thank you. Thank you, Sheila. You guys are great. You guys are great. 10% of all 10% of all income that comes into the channel goes to feedingamerica.org, which supplies food to food banks across the country. That's an ongoing thing. If you have questions, just put them in the chat in all caps. Anything in all caps is how you talk to me. Other than that, just please type normally. People here have whole conversations, and so you can have that separately, and then I'll know when you're talking to me. What else? If I don't read on your question, it is never anything personal. It really isn't, and it really does. I feel bad when I don't read on your question, or and I feel terrible if your feelings are hurt. Sometimes I get an empty room feeling, or a not today feeling, or sometimes it's too vague, or I don't understand. So just hang in there. Hang in there. Okay, so thank you, Tony. Okay, so I'm just seeing if I've missed anything here, because I've got a bunch of questions already. What? Okay, let's see. Okay, Roland, I do have your question, and that's where we're going to start today. But just want to make sure I don't miss anything. I don't think I've missed anything so far. But sometimes YouTube cuts things off. It'll dump a bunch of comments and cut things off. So if I do miss your question, just put it in again with a YT in front of it. But I do have some questions for today. The one I wanted to start with, which also Sheila R. has requested, Jim Jordan. As Lilac Lantern Tarot calls him, the air horn. He is. Jim Jordan is a human air horn. McCarthy has chosen 5 people to go on the January 6th Select Committee. All, or almost all of whom, I want to say it's all of them, but correct me if I'm wrong, they voted not to accept the Electoral College votes. So they all voted against democracy. Also, question number 2. Nancy had to know this was going to happen. She had to know this was going to happen. Come on. And this whole, yes, bipartisan, you're not dealing with bipartisans at this point. You're dealing with sedition. So number 2 is, what is Nancy Pelosi going to do about the traitors who've been chosen? And it was specifically Jim Jordan, but we're going to start with him. Number 1, is Jim Jordan going to end up on the January 6th Select Committee? Number two, what is Nancy Pelosi going to do about those traitors that have been chosen? Okay, Robin E. had the third question. Was Sean Hannity's recent COVID warning rant a result of a lawsuit? No, it was definitely CYA, but let's have a look at that. Josh was asking, what is 45's worst crime outside of his presidency? Are we talking sci-vance? Or are we talking fashion? Anyway, it's actually really hot, and I'm going to pull my hair back. Wondering Eyes is asking, did Trump pay people to attend his rallies? Yes, we know that. But he did back in 2015 when he first came down the escalator. We know he paid those people. So beyond that, I mean, we could look, but it's not really a shock. Not a whole lot of surprise going on here. So I can look at it, Wondering Eyes, if you want, but I don't know that there's much I could add. Okay, and Pamela Bryant has a question. May I ask that you read on Texas Representative Troy Nehls? Texas Representative Nehls was fired from his police department in Texas due to mishandling of evidence. He's been suggested appointed by Kevin M. for the commission. So he's one of the, what was that whistle? He's one of the 5 chosen. I can't remember. We can look at various members that have been chosen, if you want. We could do see. Republicans. Let me get a list on select committee. Jordan, among the GOP leaders, Kevin McCarthy picks for the January 6th committee. Okay, I got that. Who? Names. Oh, here we go. Excuse me. All right, so Jim Banks, Jim Jordan, Rodney Davis, Kelly Armstrong, and freshman Troy Nehls of Texas. Pass. Okay. Let me put this over here. We can absolutely look at that. Matter of fact, let's look at them right after we look at Jim Jordan. So the numbering is going to be a little messed up. If you look in the description box, which is where I'm kind of dumping these questions in general, and then I clean them up later. So, all right, so that's like 2, 3, maybe 4 and 5. Okay, so let me move this back up. All right, sorry about this. I'm just trying to keep things organized and make sure I don't miss your questions and miss pieces of your question. Okay, Jim Banks, Jim Jordan, Rodney Davis, Kelly Armstrong, freshman. All right, so I got that. Save. So sorry, don't know where this is suddenly coming from. Okay. So if I don't know where. Let me see. All right, so I've got space for several more questions. So anything, I'm looking for, again, for anything in all caps. Okay, I've got Roland Baker's question. Uncover the news, Kristen. All questions for Footprint Tarot are to be in all caps. This isn't Footprint Tarot. This is Black and Orange, my friend. Oh, and Kathy Anderson has appointments. I hope they are good to you. I hope they are good to you. Okay, again, I got the Liz Cheney question. Holly Wanda wants to know if Trump had succumbed to the virus, would the cult have died with him, resulting in a safer democracy? I can look. Sure, I'll have a look. Got that. That's number 6. Hang on. Okay, I don't know why I was coughing. Well, I'm coughing so much. Allergies must be kicking in. But let's see, anything else? Got that. Joshua, does 45 have a legitimate mental illness defense if prosecuted? Okay. We'll look at that. Prairie wants to know, will Glenn Youngkin win the Virginia governor's race? Okay, gonna have a look at that. Or Polly Wanda's asking, oh, okay, this is, actually, instead of succumbing to the virus, could we, Polly Wanda, I'm going to take your other question, if that's okay. If Trump disappeared, fled, whatnot, would his cult fall apart? I think that's the better question. Sheila R., I'm matching Autumn's border with my heart's awe. Okay, John is asking, will billionaires like Bezos ever realize that treating their employees fairly is good business? We can ask that. We can also wonder. I can certainly wonder aloud if it will ever dawn on them that their egomania, one-upmanship to go to space is makes them look really pathetic. So, but that's just my opinion, but I don't think I'm alone in that. Okay. Joshua also has a question. Are Republicans truly trying to end democracy? Joshua has some good questions today. I mean, they're all good questions, but very well-worded, specifically well-worded questions. Okay, and... Okay, Mandy of Merrimack, don't the Republicans realize that putting in voting restriction hurts them also? Let's look at that. And lastly, oh, thank you, Christine. Polly Wanda, I'm with you. How can Pelosi allow another clown show? I'm totally with you. Matter of fact, I'm going to copy that in to make sure I bring that up when I read on it. Linda, I read on the monkey virus yesterday, I believe. So yesterday, the day before. It was Sunday at 33 minutes and 30 seconds. Will that turn into a pandemic? So on Sunday. All right, so I've got that. CEO, he's a CEO of the, okay, so Glenn Youngkin is the CEO of the Carlyle Group. don't know who the Carlisle group is, I'll be honest, right off the top of my head. But more information is always welcome. Joshua says, as ties that reach his feet come to mind. I hear you. And M. Kelpie wants to know, will Trump get caught for money laundering? All right, that will be the 12th question for today. All right, so I've got my 12 questions for today. And if I've missed your question, I am sorry. But I will be back tomorrow. I'm literally here every single day of the week. Every day. So, okay. All right, so that's there. I've got access to that. I don't need access to this. I'm back over here, and I have not covered the California drought yet. Robert, I could always ask tomorrow. And for Wednesday, I will put down number 1. For Wednesday, I will put down the California drought. And that is from Robert. Okay. I'm going to put Robert E. California drought. So sad. All right. So I've got that down for tomorrow. Okay. So today, we're going to uncover the news. Breaking news. Democrat unveils bill to allow only House members to serve as Speaker. After Trump called the suggestion he seek the gavel so interesting. That just got moved to the top of the list. Bill. So only House members can become Speaker. Sorry, I just want to make sure I get this down. So interesting. Oh my gosh. I've never seen him getting something like that, but it could also, there are other bad actors out there, so thank you. Okay, so we're going to start there. And, okay. All right, I've got cards. Tarot cards, a protein shake, and thou. Sorry, it should be the. Tarot cards, a protein shake, and the. All right. Scary. All right, so at 19, we're going to start today. Yeah, the internet's been pretty good so far as I'm shuffling. It's been better since last week. And yesterday, it dropped out for a while only because the power went out, which can happen when it gets really hot like this. So if I disappear, I'll be back, no matter how long it takes. I mean, technically, it's nearly impossible for it to come back in and turn off the stream, which is kind of odd, but that's just how it is. I could sign in elsewhere, but then I can't add myself to the... Anyway, I think technically I probably could, but it doesn't matter. All right, let's start with the House. Speaker of the House, who becomes Speaker of the House at 1930. So, a bill has been introduced, ye gads, that if passed would mean only, House members can become Speaker. Easy, little Alfie sighting. Brave Sir Alfred a pumpkin. He's having a little food. I thought only members of the House could become Speaker, but apparently that's not a thing. Are you kidding me? Could this please pass? Oh, please pass. Oh, please. Oh, please, oh, please. Because it's not just Trump. This could get ugly. I could see various ways this could be abused. And talk about any kind of cult of personality kind of leader. Seven of Pentacles, fruits of labor, but fruits of Republican labor. What does that mean? Oh, tell us what that means. Two of Wands. Seven of Cups. Six of Pentacles. Page of Wands. Knight of Cups. Okay. I'm not loving the cards. Fruits of labor. Who would have even thought something like this could happen? Communication. It's a card of communication, but it's muddled and a mess. And also Wands. Cups tend, it's not always, but tend to be Democrats for me. Pentacles tend to be Republicans, and Wand cards tend to be this kind of Trumpish neo-fascism. But it's not always. Sometimes a messenger card is just a messenger card, or this confusion card is just confused. It depends. But this feels like fruits of Republican labor for the reading. Then we have muddled communication, rather. This is the messenger. So this is linked back to this muddled mess. Republicans only giving just a token, some being generous, but it doesn't feel very sincere. At the end, we do have the Democratic Knights protecting the realm. So that's good that it ends there. But there's a whole lot of other stuff they're trying to pull, or just okay. So, but it's there's a lot more. This, let's put it this way. This is closer to happening than I would have guessed. Now, I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm saying I would have just been like, but this doesn't feel like an This feels like oh, you're serious. You'd seriously do this. And I know there are other readers that get chills to confirm things. I don't get that. But I've got chills right now. I've got cold chills. Like, oh my gosh, are you kidding me? So, chat saying wasn't kind of part of their 7-step program for reinstall. I have no idea. No idea. Dempsey, bloody heck. Yes. Eight of Wands, a whole lot of neo-fascist stuff. Running their mouths. Knight of Swords. Aggressive lawmaking. 10 of Wands, which is the burden of Trumpism. Knight of Wands, fighting for Trumpism at the center. Ace of Pentacles. Republican to make someone the star. They're serious. Okay, why have I got 2 sets of cards already that are talking about this with only one card that says Democrats will get in the way? Is this going to happen? Are you kidding me? I'm gonna get rid of my protein shake. I'm gonna, go see if there's someone in the house I can borrow some alcohol from. I don't drink, but geez. I mean, I literally have not had a drop of alcohol in years upon years upon years. Every blue moon, my ex-husband would give me, he'd literally like fill up a shot glass full of like Guinness or something. Just like, oh, try it, or try a little bit. That was it years ago. But I could start. Is this actually going to happen? They're actually going to, when they get control, they're going to do something like this? Because Republicans will get control of the House again at some point. Okay, no, they don't have the votes. Okay. Okay. My heart can start beating at a regular pace again. They do not have the votes. Okay. Wow. Seven of Cups, Magician. They're lying. It's bravado. It's okay. Whew. Two of Wands, but they're using it to raise funds. They're using it for fundraising. But no, it's not going to work. We're going to be fine. We're going to be fine. They are very serious about it on their end, but it's so not going to work. And they're using it for fundraising. That's really what they're using it for. So, okay. All right. Did you guys ever see the movie I Remember Mama? All is good. We do not have to go to the bank. Where was I? Oh, I know what I was doing. I was going to put the flowers back, even though they take up way too much space. Pamela's giving me some virtual beer. Thank you. Yeah, I'm just not a drinker. Sheila, the cards came through. Yes. Holly and Frances McCarthy really wants to be speaker. Now that is absolutely true. Oh, yoy. DeSantis. Ugh. Okay. The human air horn, Jim Jordan. So at 28:30, Jimmy Jim air horn Jordan, January 6th. Select committee. Really? And we're reading on, we're going to read on one other member next, but then we're going to ask, Pelosi had to know this would happen. Seriously, she had to know this would happen. Why? What is she going to do about it? Stephanie. Oh, I used to watch all kinds of, I used to just park myself in front of movies. When was it AMC? American Movie Classics? Are they the ones? I want to say it was in the late 90s, was it, that they started running all of these black and white movies. I mean, it's stuff from the 30s, like early Cary Grant and David Niven and Leslie Howard movies from the 30s when they were all still over in England. But all kinds of movies from back in the day. I watched a billion of them. I loved it. I still like Counselor at Law with, I think it's John Barrymore. Simon and Tedesco. Simon and Tedesco, hold please. Was it TMC? Was that how it was when it first came out? I know it spread elsewhere, but Stephanie, oh, I remember Mama was a TV series. I didn't see that, but I did see the original movie. So, anyway. All right, I have sufficiently shuffled. Yay. All right, human air horn. So are you going to be on the January 6th Select Committee? Oh, he's just itching. He's just, let's go, raring to go, raring to go. Just, okay, how am I going to, I'm going to bring up this irrelevant thing and this irrelevant thing and this irrelevant thing and this, and I'm going to derail it through this, and I'm going to derail it through that. Oh my gosh, he is just raring to go. Oh, the Thin Man movies, Electro. I loved those. Myrna Loy was a goddess. Loved the Thin Man movies. Jim Jordan. Jim Jordan. That is a strong woman hushing him, shutting his mouth. Yes, please. Is Jim Jordan going to be on the Select Committee? Four of Pentacles. Ace of Wands. Hermit. Two of Swords. King of Cups. The field is barren. This is, I mean, even just look at all of the space around. There's not enough power, not enough votes. I want to say Pelosi has some kind of veto power. Not enough votes, but the belligerents really want to and look at stuff, but she wants it to, Pelosi wants it to be serious. This is a choice, but it's a very stark choice. And ultimately we end with the Democrats and Biden, and the energy lands on the side of the Democrats. Behold the fields, they are barren for the Jordan of Jim, the human air horn. This is, it feels like he does not get chosen. He does not go through, for what it's worth. Thomas saying, yes, she does have veto power. Yeah, there's no way. And for McCarthy to only pick people, seriously, am I correct? Is it Jim Banks, Jim Jordan, Rodney Davis, Kelly Armstrong, and Troy Nehls? Didn't they all vote to reject the electoral college votes? Am I correct on that? Is it all? Is it most? Is it just all? Jim Jordan, Select Committee, January 6th Select Committee. Four of Pentacles. Oh, by the way, when McCarthy went and saw Trump and said, I didn't talk to him about that, about anything about the Select Committee. Oh, flippin' please. That's the card for Trump's base of operation, going to Balmoral or Bedminster, that's it, or Bedminster or Mar-a-Lago or whatever. That's the card of that. Please. Nine of Swords, Five of Pentacles, Five of Cups. Okay. It's still going to be fairly fraught, though. In the center, though, I do have these Republicans out in the cold. There will still be some disappointment that the people who eventually go in there will not be as serious as oh, I'm glad, Debbie. I'm glad I made someone laugh. Disappointment. They will get stuff done. There will be some disappointments with oh, please. But the worst of the worst feel like, no, they're not out there. And there's a lot of worry. these Republicans have the Republicans have a lot of worry about things coming out about the Select Committee during the Select Committee's investigation. So next we're going to ask about Troy Nehls. Nehls, am I pronouncing that correctly? Nehls of Texas. I'm with you guys. What? What was that? Sorry, just checking. Linda. Oh, Linda's saying, I say flippin' please a lot lately too. Yeah. Okay, so at 30, Troy Nehls. Will he be Troy Nehls? Let me see a picture of this lovely human being. Troy Nehls, Troy Edwin Nehls, representative of Texas 22nd Congressional District. You're born April 7th, 68. So, Aries. Okay. Troy Nehls, are you going to be on the January 6th Select Committee? Never heard this person speak, but well, call me biased, but I'm the energy is narrow-minded and mean, but burden. He's carrying the burden of the Trump stuff. Trump believes Trump. He's trying to carry the burden of how much of a Trumper is this guy? Good grief. The Dynasty card. 2 of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, 2 of Swords, 8 of Pentacles. I'm going to guess he was at some point, he was in some kind of legal trouble. Is that? Okay. He was fired from his police department in Texas due to mishandling of evidence. Investigator's choice. And now he works for Republicans. But the energy, the Trump dynasty, that the Fiora's, dynasty here, it's unraveling. The mishandling of evidence, the fact that he's above the law, he is the law. What he says goes, entitled to the nth degree, better than other people. All right, that's about the guy. That's working, but that's working for the Republicans. I don't know if it is, but we're asking specifically about is Troy Nehls going to end up on the January 6th Select Committee investigating the insurrection? Troy Nehls. Can he drag his knuckles that far along? Still carrying that burden. Hermit, 6 of victory, neo-fascism, Trump. If this was in the center, I would say yes, but it's not. This is looking closely at Trump and this attempt. And he's carrying this burden. But this is this center card being the most powerful here. This is just talking about Trump's supposed victory, which isn't a victory. He doesn't feel like he's part of this sensible. He's certainly not part of the group of people who are trying to look at it objectively or get to the bottom of what really happened. Dave, you are a treasure. King of Swords. Okay, that could be someone who makes laws, passes laws. It can be a prosecutor, but in 4 of Cups, Queen of Pentacles, 4 of Swords, 7 of Pentacles, Strength. It does not looking good for him. He doesn't want to play ball. There are a lot of more moderate Republicans. This I want to be the one who's going to make the decisions, make the legal decisions, decide what we're going to talk about. I deserve control because I'm a white male. Silent is a tomb. So he just goes back to working, doing stuff for Republicans in general. And this is a strong woman hushing him as well. So, Pamela, if you're fired for mishandling evidence, you shouldn't be on this committee. You don't say. Yes. All right. So we're going to move on to Nancy. 43. And as far as I am concerned, of all the Democrats in power, in significant power, Nancy seems like the most likely to have a spine. Voted most likely to have a spine. Let's see here. Thank you, Prairie. All right, Nancy, you had to know this would happen. You had to know this would happen. You had to know he would choose that McCarthy would choose the most belligerent, awful, anti-democratic people he could find. You guys are funny. She knew. Come on. Okay, she knew the first batch would be no. 7 of Cups, 10 of Cups, 2 of Wands, Page of Wands, 3 of Swords. Was she just not clear enough at the beginning? Because this is the center. I've got, this is that neo-fascist communication. It's right in the center. This is the neo-fascist message, the communication really getting out. But then I've got the 3 of Swords. So how is this message really getting out? I believe that is legal swords going into the metaphorical fleshy bits of members who and people who were involved. But what is this message? This is a whole lot of communication right from the heart of darkness. So you're going to let the committee be derailed? Really? Nancy Pelosi, you're going to let this be derailed? Stephanie's saying, I sure hope she has a game plan. Usually she does, but man. Paula, I don't know if these hearings are going to be televised. That would be a good Google question. I bet, oh, great Google. Oh, great Google, give us answers. So, Nancy, what are you going to do? And then I'm going to have to look at the actual committee itself. All right, Nancy. Justice. It's great that you want justice, but and I love how she did choose one Republican. She did choose Liz Cheney, so the other side, they cannot say that it's not bipartisan. Star, King of Cups, 2 of Cups, 7 of Wands, Wheel of Fortune. Okay. Star, Hope. Yeah, they've got things worked out. There will be working together. This neo-fascism on defensive, and the wheel of fate turns. All right, so that's good. All right. Whew. As long as we don't have to let traitors. I'm sorry. If you vote, I don't like the Electoral College, but you don't change it with an insurrection. You don't change it with voting down and saying that someone won who didn't. That's treason as far as I'm concerned. Although I know it's not technically you have to be at war and blah, blah, blah. But that's treason against democracy as far as I'm concerned. So I need to look at 48. Let's look at the actual committee, and then I'll get through some of your questions. January 6th Select Committee. So what's going to happen? How is this going to work? Are they going to get work done? Is it going to be a sideshow? Is it going to be, we need to look into Black Lives Matter and Antifa? Antifa isn't a thing. Ten of Swords. Well, that's putting a lot of law into someone's metaphorical back. So that's definitely bringing down the hammer, as twere. All right. 3 of Swords. Again, we're cutting into the fleshy bits with the law. Metaphorical, all metaphorical. Unlike them, we are anti-violence around here. Page of Wands, except in self-defense. That's a whole different story. Page of Wands, Queen of Wands. Oh, actually, Wands, like I said, is often, I'll have to look to see what this is. This could be people politically, quote unquote, married to Trump or neo-fascists around Trump. But this is also Nancy's card herself. So let's have a look to see what this is going to say here. There's Trump. Ace of Swords. Yeah, that's Nancy. She just goes right in the middle of this. Hello, dear. That's Trump the man. This is the message he was sending out. Hello, dear. If the center card, if these are people politically married to Trump, they're hemmed in. But it feels like Pelosi, which means she's at the center of this. and it's all hemmed in with truth, cutting deep. And the card for the reading was this Ten of Swords. So it's going to do some good. It's going to do some good. Thank heavens. Thank heavens, getting. Jeez. Some people's kids. Jim, during the Republican National Convention, when Jim Jordan was on screen and he was talking in a normal voice, I was amazed. I had never heard him speak in a normal voice before. Never. Not once until that moment had I ever heard him speak in any way that wasn't belligerent and awful. I didn't even think he could do it. Why? Are you making sure there are no vermin in that highlighter pen? Yes. No vermin by the highlighter pen. Are you checking things out? All right. So we've got that going. So at this point, we go on to, just my pen, at 52. We're looking at Hannity. You're tired, and I'm going to have to move you in a second. Yes, I am. Because you're grumpy. But I love you. I love you and your brother more than you know. Yes. Yes. Chris is saying, Boo Boo's and Kitty's saying, it's time for my grooming tips show. Hi. Oh, he's a kitten. He's a kitten. Okay. 53. All right, Hannity. So Hannity recently went on Fox, and he's starting to pretend that, oh, you should get your vaccine. That's a good thing. I'm sorry, did you just get whiplash from all this garbage you've been saying for months? And suddenly it's well, of course you should get your vaccine, please. So basically, has he been warned about some kind of lawsuit? Hello, dear. A little positive energy generator. Yes. I read on awful people. Yes, I do. And I need the positive energy. Sean Hannity. Yeah, an epiphany, Disrat. Exactly. Who would have thought? What do you think? You're tired. Okay. You're done. You're tired. You're going over here. There you go. Okay. At 54:30. Hannity. Sean Hannity. Suddenly seeing the light. See, I know he's well off, but he doesn't have. It doesn't feel like he has Tucker Carlson money. I could be wrong, but that's what it feels like. And he could losing his jobs would have more of it. But yeah, evidence, facts, science, healthcare, vaccines. Get your vaccines if you are capable. Some people, they can't. I understand that. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the people who should and can, but decide not to because no one's going to force me to protect myself and the people I care about. Yes, it's all a scam. These are all of his lies. That's all this is. I don't have, this does not end in, I mean, he just did a CYA. This is what he's done. Which would say to me there's a possibility that what he said yesterday was too little too late. There is some legal stuff coming and it's too late. Let's see. Find out more. Sean Hannity. I'm trying to imagine being trapped in an elevator for an hour with Sean Hannity. Actually, I'm having trouble even picturing it. He just feels very evasive. Yeah, ducking and dot, you can't pin him down. Sean Hannity. A legal decision. Oh, this was very, very much illegal. Legal decision. Chariot. Queen of Cups. Two of Pentacles. Knight of Cups. A Page of Pentacles. There's something behind the scene. There's something going on. There is a major legal something coming on. This is the medical professions could also be someone who died or people who died. His financial situation, his place in the right sky, the rights sky. This could get very untenable when these people come for him, and he's hoping to just pay a little bit of money or pay a lot of money, but just pay some money, change his tune, and everything. Huh? Who? What? So I've got a cat hair. There, got it. Sorry, cat hair. My lipstick was driving me nuts. Yeah, CYA. Whole CYA. Big time. Whoosh, whiplash. Whoa. We read on the nicest people. Okay, Joshua was asking, we're at 59:30. Trump's worst crime outside the presidency. No, I don't want moral crimes. I want, like, law crimes, please. Please. Yes, Perry, only the best crooks. Yes. People who, like with Trump, the biggest, the grandest, he gets the grandest juries. Trump's worst crime outside of the presidency? Legal crime. Oh, where to begin? It's like, do you want it alphabetically? Do you want it by amount of potential jail time? Do you want it... Oh, I know many of his moral crimes are legitimate crimes, but still. Okay. Just think about a crashing tower. I wonder if this has to do with things he did after the bankruptcy. 2 of swords, 7 of cups, 6 of wands, devil card, Knight of Pentacles, falsifying records. I do what I want. I get money from wherever I want. I falsify records. Money. One of the questions today is on money laundering. We should probably do that one next. Where he got his money from, and and how he did a 3-card Monte shell game. He's a crook. Surprise. Spoiler alert. Oh, thank you, Paula. So, what was that question? Money laundering. M. Kelpie's question about money laundering. 102.30. All right, will Trump be charged, found guilty, money laundering? Will Trump, Donald J. for Genius Trump, will he get legally charged and convicted of money laundering? Eight of Wands. It's a lot. That's the card of a lot. Let's see. Well, thank you, I'm Kelpie. The Empress. World. Ace of Pentacles. Huge amounts of money right in the middle. 6 of Pentacles. 6 of Cups. He couldn't get money here in America. He couldn't get money in America anymore. And he needed huge amounts of money. Vast amount of money. And to the oligarchs, what they gave him was just a pittance of what they need to hide, what they need to launder. Welcome to the family. Well, come on. We'll help you. Come on. You're our friend. Come on down to the garden center. Let's find you something pretty. Okay. Will he get charged and convicted of money laundering? Did he do it? Allegedly? According to the cards, oh yeah. But either here or in Scotland. That's a good point, M. Kelpie. And anywhere. We're not picky. Will Trump? No, we're not doing this, sweetie. You're tired? I love you, but you're tired and you're grumpy. Okay. Will you be Trump? Will you be charged and convicted of money laundering? Donald J. Trump, convicted of money laundering. Knight of Wands. There's so many charges coming for him. Ace of Wands. Queen of Swords. Four of Pentacles. Emperor. Magician. Well, these are investigators. Okay, sweetie, you're a good boy, but I'm going to put you down again. I'm going to put you down over elsewhere if you don't relax. Relax. Things he took action on. There is investigation. It's with a lack of money. There was also some stuff that happened while he was president. And this magician card kind of confuses me. It makes me wonder if it has actually something to do with Kushner. All right. Okay, I adore you, but you can't stay right there, dear. There you go. Nope. No. No. He just laid down under the standing desk. Good boy. Boy. Trump and money laundering. You would think that this would not be difficult to do. There are so many charges coming for him. Insult to injury. Well, it's insult to injury that he hasn't nothing yet, that he's still walking around. Free man. 2 of Cups, Page of Cups, 5 of Pentacles. This feels like the kids are going to be hit for money laundering. The insult to injury, they go after the kids for money laundering. I think that might be what we hear first. Okay. That's what I'm getting. I know you were joking about the oil thing, but no, we don't want violence. We don't want no. All right, what is next? Okay, Polywanda had a question. We are at 109:30. If something happened to Trump, would his cult fall apart? Would his cult fall apart if something happened to Trump? If he disappeared, fled, bought tickets to the farm, as will happen to all of us. If something happened to Trump, would the cult fall apart? Knight of Wands, people who fight for him. Three of Cups. Page of Swords. The basic bullying would continue. Because their argument, it's as much anger at Democrats as it is, we're right, we're right, we're right. The cult of Trump, something is going to happen to the cult of Trump. Something that is not going to go the way they are expecting. I can't imagine anything coming out that would make any difference. What is going to happen to the cult of Trump? Can you imagine the look on the face of the tattoo artist when Roger Stone went in and said, I want this picture of Nixon tattooed on my back? Two of Cups working together. Queen of Wands. Four of Cups. Four of Swords, Page of Cups, Queen of Pentacles. It would be harder to ramp people up into violence. There's people, look, there are neo-fascists in our country. There just are. It's horrible, it's awful, but it is. It just is. They do not want to work with the Democrats in any way, shape, or form. They still think of Democrats as the, girly girl, girly boy, wussy, flow, somehow we're authoritarian, but we're also snowflakes. Okay. And this is a return to the Republican Party. But the violence would calm down quite a bit. And violent rhetoric. Okay. All right. All right, let's ask Joshua's question at 1:13:30. Are Republicans trying to end democracy? It was straightforward. Okay. Are Republicans are they actually trying to end democracy? Republicans trying to end democracy. Insult to injury. This is all the voter suppression. And the card right behind that is reminding me that some of this is astrological, and this too shall pass. But some of it's astrological. Nine of Wands, Queen of Wands, Ace of Cups, Chariot. Wow. Dynasty. Some of them are. They're beaten up, but they're still fighting this far-right fascism. Rise of democracy is going to hold. The rise of the Democrats is going to hold, and the upholding of voting will hold. Voting enough people will come out. We're not going to lose our democracy. But do they want to use all the power at their disposal to create a never-ending Republican dynasty? Yes. Yeah. Not every single one of them, but in general, yeah. Yep. When they call people on the left authoritarian, projecting. Every time you hear them call the left authoritarian, think one word. Yep. All right, let's see, what else have we got here? I am going to I want to continue on. I want to get some of these questions out of the way. So there are a couple questions I'm not going to get to today, but I'll be back tomorrow. Okay, Mandy was asking, we're at 1:16:30. Do Republicans know these voting restrictions will hurt them as well? Hurt them too. I mean, hello. I mean, they think it's going to help them, but because generally speaking, and how sad is this, the more people who vote, the fewer Republicans get in power, at least according to their way of thinking. So they want the fewest number of people to be able to vote. But somehow you think that every Republican voter has the exact kind of ID you're looking for and has that exact day off or time off to go to the polls in limited way. Really? So do Republicans know voting restrictions hurt them as well? There's a plan. Page of Wands, Empress, Tower, 10 of Wands, 8 of Pentacles. Okay, the plan is voter restriction wherever they can. However, and using aggressive laws wherever they can. Sending a message about America. But I've got a tower here in the center and then a burden of these far-right beliefs. And more work. There has to be more work. I wonder if they're going to pass the Voting Rights Act after all. And their plans, it's like back to the drawing board. Pick up all your neo-fascist ideas and go back to the drawing board. I've got a tower right in the middle, which frankly, I'm happy to see. So Republican voting restrictions. Are you going to get over? Basically, is a new federal law going to take your toys away? Your voting restriction toys away. 5 of neo-fascists stirring things up. Yeah. Double card. Ace of Pentacles. 10 of Pentacles. 5 of Swords. 4 of Swords. There's big money behind all of this. There's trying to install a permanent Republican majority, or putting the Republican minority in power. There's insult to injury, which they are doing, but then they think they're doing it because this goes silent. There's something coming where all this voter suppression, all of this, it goes quiet. Yes, please. Yes, please. Okay. Done that, done that. Got that. I guess. Sorry, I'm having trouble deciding. Glenn Youngkin. I'm just not feeling. Well, let's see. Maybe if I go look at the guy, I'll get something. Because right now it's feeling. Oh, it's quiet in a good way. I hope. Yes, Stephanie, that's what it felt like. As in, all their efforts go quiet. So, for what it's worth. Hi. American businessman Glenn Allen Youngkin is an American businessman and political candidate who is a Republican nominee in the 2021 Virginia gubernatorial election. He spent 25 years at the private equity firm The Carlyle Group, rising to become its CEO in January 2018. And McAuliffe holds a 2-point lead over Youngkin in the Virginia governor's race. So let's see. Oh yeah, and he's doing the usual candidates. A throwback from one of my favorite stops on the campaign trail for National Ice Cream Day. Oh, wow. He's pro-life? No, he's pro-choice? Are you kidding me? Someone's complaining he's out of step? No. Okay. Phew. For a second there, I thought I'd lost my mind. No, they're talking about McAuliffe. It was his social media, and I was like, what? No. Oh, nay. Okay. 1:23:30. Where was it? Glenn Youngkin. He is running to be the governor of Virginia. Please correct me if I'm wrong on that. John's saying, that's my state. Please no. Glenn Youngkin. So are you going to be Governor Youngkin of Virginia? He's going for it. Ace of Wands. World. Queen of Cups. 6 of Pentacles. Star. 6 of Swords. Right now, well, he's trying to obviously end what the Democrats are doing, but there's also a certain era of we're still in the rise of Democratic power. And he's doing the National Ice Cream Day, giving a little, trying to look human and trying to be the star. This is people going to vote, but they're moving away from him. Let me see what else I can find. Let me see if there's more to be found here. People actually moving. They're going to vote for somebody else. Governor Youngkin. I imagine he's loaded. Oh, okay. Kristen has some breaking news. I may have to stay on to cover that. Oh no. Yeah, it's Tuesday. I have time to stay. Glenn Youngkin. Hemmed in. Seven of Wands, Ace of Cups, Chariot, Five of Wands, Sun. This, it feels like a lot of people going out to vote, and it almost feels like they're dragging, like this is coming forward and it's connected to these other cards by strings, and it's just pulling things along. And there's some people who don't like one party having a ton more power than the other, so having more Democrats in, some people are just like, automatically, if we have both Democrats and Republicans in, they'll compromise. No, they won't. But anyway, but this is being on this far right being on the defensive. He's trying to make himself look more human, but there's all this stirring the pot and with hints of I'm not saying the guy's a white supremacist. I don't know. But this, you can't get far from neo-fascism from the current state of the Republican Party before you end up over here. So Prairie saying, I got many of the same cards. I think he is the shining Trump. Shining Trump? Arms dealer? I don't quite understand. I'm sorry. Three cards. Glenn Youngkin, are you going to be governor? Are you going to actually become governor of Virginia? Are you going to actually become governor of Virginia? Foolishly. Two of, okay, that could be voting. Two of Swords. Three of Pentacles, Devil card. This feels like back to the drawing board. I think a lot of Republicans are going to get painted with this. They're going to get tarred and feathered with people on the right. So I don't know when the election is. I'm guessing since they're talking about it now, when is this thing? When's the election? He's 6'7"? How? December 9th, 1966. He's Sagittarius. He's a nominee in the 2021 Virginia. Okay, so this is... And July 9th, CNN reported that Trump's praise complicates Glenn Youngkin's attempted pivot. Mm-hmm. It doesn't look impossible, but it's not looking great. Okay, Chris, I'm going to do a 13th question because, and we're going to do this at 1 hour, 30 minutes. So, Trump ally Thomas Barrack. Thomas Barrack. Arrested on federal charges And it has something to do with the inaugural fund. Thomas Barrack. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Kristen. News. I'll have to go into, hang on, everybody. Let me go into my Twitter then and look at my messages. Sent a link. Okay. All right, let me share this. Let me get rid of the overlay and I'll share. Oh, thank you. It says it does not have to do with the inaugural fund. Okay. All right, let's share what this is about. Chrome tab. Okay, so you can see that. So he's been, oh, whoops, where am I? Wrong one. CNBC. Oh, it's over here. So I was like, I'm looking at it here, but I don't know where it is and which tab it is. It was in the wrong place. Okay, he served as chairman of the 2017 Inaugural Fund. He's been arrested on federal charges. They're not connected to the inauguration, are expected to be unsealed soon. So we don't know what. So basically, that tells us nothing. And John's saying, I love that word, arrested. All right, let's have a look at Thomas Barrack. He's just been arrested. Somebody said something about possibly Manafort. But if he had something to do with the inauguration fund, in theory, they could try to flip him if he knows anything about it. Stephanie's saying maybe the connection to Paul Manafort. Yeah. Thomas Barrack. Thomas Barrack has been arrested. What's going on there? Thomas Barrack. Arrested, legally hemmed in. Unable to move, surrounded by laws and bars and arrested. Okay. I'm not saying he may have already made bail and he's out. I don't know. But it's a general idea. 10 of Cups. Knight of Swords. Devil card right in the middle. Which, entertainment only? What do I know? If you've just been arrested and you've got a devil card right in the center, unless the police who are arresting you are the most corrupt ever, you've been possibly up to something. You know how I normally get cups for Democrats, but when I turned this over, it felt like Ivanka. Ivanka's perfect Instagram family, because she's the Queen of Cups. She's a Scorpio. Aggressive law enforcement coming after the Trump family and Ivanka. Big corruption right in the middle. This feels like it's related to this, the family dynasty. Insult to injury. Longtime friend with 45. This has, it may have nothing to do with the inauguration, but this has Ivanka energy all over it. Are they trying to flip him to get him to turn against Ivanka? Turn against the Trumps. 3 cards. Are they trying to flip him? 3 cards. Will they succeed? Thomas Barrack. So law enforcement. Well, he did a lot of work. He did a lot of work for various people. So are they trying to flip him? He's on the defensive for Trump stuff. There's a death card in the middle. And a chariot. Big energy. I don't know what the guy's been charged with. But this energy, this is death comes in a hurry. This is big capital letters. Not literal death, but he's on the defensive, and they've got a lot against him. They're bringing big stuff against groups or the whole group, but it's just huge energy of law enforcement bringing some kind of metaphorical death. Do they succeed in flipping him? Okay, well, it's a legal decision. That is my card of cooperating. This comes up a lot. It also makes me wonder, does he also have adult children who have been sucked into his corruption? See if I can get any more information. Thomas Barrack. Are you going to cooperate with authorities in bringing down Trump world? 3 of Cups. I'm still getting Ivanka vibes off of that. 4 of Pentacles. Ace of Cups. Page of Pentacles. He was involved in the inaugural thing, but it almost feels like he was trying to rein Ivanka in. I don't know if that's true. But or he's going to claim he was trying to rein people in. But I didn't have the power to do it, that they should have been more prudent, and this weak sauce energy here. And then you've got this massive, but it's raining money. Man. And he's been charged federally by the Eastern District of New York U.S. Attorney's Office. Well, they say that these charges aren't about the inauguration, but I'm feeling Ivanka energy all over this. Tower. This is massive. Again, legal choice. Capital letter law enforcement moving forward, causing absolute chaos. What the heck has this guy been arrested for? This energy is massive. I can't at this point. I can't even I don't even know what this guy could have been arrested for. But or maybe this is the small potatoes, and then it's like, this banquet over here of corruption. Tell us about that, because the energy on this is major arcana. Moon, devil, tower, death card, lots of chariot, on and on and on and on. So, all right. That's going to do it for me for today. I'm tired. But I did 13 questions for today. And I will be back tomorrow. All right. And, Kristen's saying, Justin, Barrack is under arrest on charges stemming from an investigation by prosecutors in New York. Okay. We'll find out. We'll find out. But I will be back here tomorrow. In 2 hours, I will be over on the Book Art Media channel to do the normal sharing of just some work block to be creative and work on our creative projects and what have you. You're always welcome. It's just 4 25-minute blocks, and we support each other in the 3 minutes between each block. Just, good job. You can do it. Just being supportive. That's what we do there. And you're always welcome. So that's on Book Art Media. But other than that, I will be back here tomorrow. And, New. Kristen, Trump ally Tom Barrack arrested for, quote, unlawful efforts to advance the interests of the United Arab Emirates, UAE, in the United States at direction of senior UAE officials. Tip of the iceberg. Tip of the iceberg. I gotta check. Fighting for right, okay, sword of truth. That's Trump. Judgment. Major arcana, judgment. Little Trump the man. Sword of truth. Tip of the iceberg. All right. Hang in there. And I'll see you all later or over at Book Art Media, or I'll see you tomorrow, okay? Have a wonderful rest of your day. Hang in there. There are good days ahead. Take care.